Good morning. So I am on day 1 today of a heavy metals and parasite detox. It's a 10-day detox. And I came outside to do a little lymphatic brushing. And as I have been entering my day 1 of this detox, I've been thinking about how all of the deep levels of the health, the wellness, the detoxification, the inflammation, reduction, like this all has been a part of my life for such a long time. And so as I'm sitting here, lymphatic brushing my body, I felt that it was a great opportunity to talk a little bit about my past with health and wellness, my experience working with chronic pain, chronic inflammation, chronic disease symptoms, because I used to have them. And this is actually the first time in my life where I'm doing a detox, not because I have to, but because I want to, which has been like a really beautiful, like rewiring experience in my mind. I used to suffer from really severe chronic disease symptoms. I used to have symptoms very similar to colitis, to Crohn's disease, and I had major GI issues. And it all started as a little girl, as I worked through, which I didn't know until later in my life, overcoming a whole fuck ton of trauma. If you didn't know, trauma plays a huge role in the experience of chronic symptoms, chronic pain, and chronic inflammation. And when you try to target the physical body without actually working on the emotions, the mindset, your mental health, the unresolved trauma, things don't go very far, because the unresolved trauma and the emotional stress play a massive role in how your genes are going to express. So you can do everything you want to your physical body, but if there's still underlying trauma that has not been resolved, chances are the chronic disease symptoms are going to persist. So I worked in the chronic pain industry for, a long time. This was before college. I was a physical therapy aide my entire life. That was the only job I ever had aside from babysitting. And then when I graduated college, I opened my own business, and I branched massage therapy with functional movement, with pretty much rehabilitation. I worked very similarly to a physical therapist. I was not a PT, but I didn't practice much differently. I just didn't diagnose. I assessed. And over the years, as I healed my trauma, as I worked through my emotions, as I regulated my nervous system, guess what happened? All of my chronic symptoms reduced. And all of my chronic disease, all of the symptoms that I was experiencing, they disappeared. I went through a pretty deep dive into my health during COVID. And now it's beautiful being on the other side of it, being able to opt into a detox, again, because I desire to and because I want to support my physical body in eliminating the heavy metals and the parasites that build up over time. This happens to everybody. You are not exempt. And so if you've never done any form of a detox, I highly recommend thinking about it, because your body, and this is where we get to start talking about the lymphatic system, your body has a difficult time finding harmony with the amount of toxins, chemicals, and burdens of society because of the world that we're living in. Our food is not super, optimal. We don't have the cleanest food. We don't have the cleanest water. We have toxins and chemicals in almost every single thing that we put on our body or in our body. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Curious where you're tuning in from. Let me know in the comments. And so on top of that, we don't live the healthiest, most active lifestyles. The majority of us, right? The majority of us are sitting very often throughout most of the day. The majority of us are probably not supporting our lymphatic system. There's many ways to support your lymphatic system. Dry brushing is one of them. And I'll get into dry brushing in a second. So if you hang tight, I will share a little bit more. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Things like cold therapy, saunas where you're actually sweating and getting your blood and your lymph pumping. And so your lymphatic system, which is what I'm doing here, brushing my body, your lymphatic system is like the trash man of your body. Side note, I used to teach practitioners all over the world how to optimize their treatment skills in the clinic with their clients, and step into more of a holistic way of thinking when it comes to working with the body, working with chronic symptoms. So this is where a lot of this comes from, and other areas as well, as I've dove really deep into my own journey. Anyways, back to the lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system, it's known as it's like the trash man of your body. And so your blood and your lymph work very, very closely together. And your lymph, it is supported by your spleen. And so your spleen is kind of like the filter for your lymphatic system. And your lymph is designed to support your body by bringing immune cells everywhere, by bringing immune cells throughout your body. And so you have like your lymph nodes. You have your lymph nodes like in your throat here. You have lymph nodes under your armpits. You have lymph nodes in your groin. Your gut has a massive amount of lymph nodes. These are some of the primary areas and the most important areas to focus on when you are doing things like dry brushing. And so when you're dry brushing, what does this do? Well, this actually helps to pump the vessels of your body, which is what help the lymph move. And when the lymph can move, it can then transport these super important immune boosting agents throughout your body so that they can fight off infections, they can fight off invaders, so that they can help with taking the trash out, per se, right? Your body is not trash. Your body is beautiful, love, just saying. Anyways, when you're dry brushing, this starts to pump the fluids. And when you are dry brushing, it's super important to actually brush towards the heart always. Whoop, there goes my dry brush. And so these areas that we talked about, right, like behind the knees here, in the belly, under the armpits, around the neck, this here, the area of your subclavian vein, in your arteries here, is where the filter really like transitions. So it's pretty much like the primary area where the lymph is funneling in and out. It's like the primary area of, I still feel like I have morning brain right now. It's the primary area that you want to focus on, like towards the end, right? Everything you want to come up and focus here. So I like to start at my feet. I like to brush my feet. I like to brush up my legs. I like to brush behind the knees. Again, super important areas of pumping. Usually I'll like brush the groin, but I'm not going to brush the groin right meow on camera. You can do it here, right? You can like brush the groin like this, or like under your clothes. That works too, right? Brushing your belly, right? And then your spleen's on the left side, your left, right? So really good to brush all the way up the tummy. For women, it's really, really great to brush the breasts under the armpits here. And again, always towards the heart. So from the feet to the breast line up, right? And then from the head to the breast line down. And then again, like getting the sides of the breast, the chest, the armpits, and then coming across the chest. Whew, this brush is a little hard, rough. This will be easy on your skin. This also like helps with removing like the top layer of the dermis, right? The top layer of the epidermis, I should say, the top layer of skin, which helps with allowing your body, your skin to breathe, helps with allowing your pores to breathe. Again, like this is the area where you definitely want to focus on, like right under the subclavian vein and arteries here. And then you can go from the top down, right? So underneath the jaw, brushing down. Behind the ears is a really important area of lymphatic node collection. That's why when we're sick, we oftentimes feel that in our throats. So again, like brushing towards the heart, brushing down the neck and towards the heart. You can brush the face if you want to. And then after you brush, this is usually a really great time to do things like rebounding, like jumping, because we talked about the lymphatic system being a pump, right? And so what we want to do is once we start getting things moving, you might actually feel oxygenation through your breath after you brush. That's very common for me. I feel like I'm breathing more. But yeah, after you brush, it's a really great time to do some rebounding, to jump. The areas of hinging on your body, right? Like your elbows, your shoulders, like getting them moving around. Because what this is going to do is it's going to contract the cardiovascular and lymphatic systems, and it's going to help move the blood and lymph through the body. And so this is where you can jump. Might be a good time to dance. If you are anything like me and you like to dance, you could do that. Also a really great time to get in a sauna, to get your body sweating and eliminating. So a couple of things about the lymphatic system, because I oftentimes don't come on here and talk much about my past working in chronic pain management, functional rehabilitation, working with chronic disease. But this week, as I dive into my, I forgot the kidneys, and it's day one of the kidneys. Day one of the detox focuses on the kidneys. So yeah, also, again, brushing the back, brushing the kidneys, always brushing towards the heart. So brushing up or around. Brushing the spine is always good too, waking up the body, waking up the nerves. But yeah, as I start this detox this week, today's day one of 10 days, eating mostly fruits and veggies. Actually, no veggies, really. Well, unless they're pureed. But mostly fruits, really. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get my physical body caught up to my mental and emotional and energetic bodies. I have moved through so much in the last couple of months, and I feel like there's just a lack of harmony between the two. And yeah, so as I go through this, I want to keep you updated. I want to take you along with me. I want to show you what I'm doing. I'm drinking my kidney tea at the moment to help with elimination and to help with moving things through my body. And yeah, if you have any questions along the way, if you want to know what I'm up to, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, if you're curious to know anything about yourself and how something like this could be of support to you, let me know. Again, yes, I have transitioned into more personal development work. And yes, I work mostly with women these days and helping women really come home to their bodies and step into a space where they're thriving in their health, in their business, in their careers, in their life. And guess what? Your health is one of the pillars that allow you to do that. I see there being 4 pillars. Your physical health. Well, yes, your physical health. You have your mental health, you have your emotional health, and you have energetic health. Those are 4 pillars. And when you can work with those 4 pillars, it allows you to thrive. So I am here to share. I'm here to answer any questions that you have. And yeah, day one. Working with the kidneys today, releasing, judgment and criticism are the emotions related to the kidneys. So today, working on releasing any judgment and criticism I have around myself, around others, around business, around relating and relationships. And I'm excited to dive in. So, highly recommend lymphatic support. It helps your body eliminate toxins, chemicals, waste buildup. It also helps enhance the flow of immune boosting agents throughout your body. So get yourself a lymphatic brush and follow up with some shaking, some jumping, some dancing, and maybe a little sauna sesh if you got that in you. If you have a red light, even better. All right, guys, have a beautiful rest of your day. And I'm going live again in a few hours with my friend Jessica. We're going to be talking all about dropping into the body, tuning into the body's wisdom, primarily discussing for women, but men, if you're listening, this is a great opportunity for you to learn how to slow down and tune into the wisdom of your own body as well, because we all need it. So I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my morning. I love you.